up until it begins to retract, which we just heard the call out for here. That's the mechanism we use both to move the rocket out to the launch side and pull it into its vertical orientation ahead of launch. Now we'll keep an eye on it as it retracts slightly here on your screen.
We'll be able to see those clamp arms begin to open. And there they are now. And then that strong back will retract a couple degrees away. It will retract even further upon ignition of the engines to clear the way for Falcon 9's descent. As I mentioned before, RP-1 is completely loaded onto the vehicle. We're still loading liquid oxygen onto the first and second stage. And obviously some happy cheers as the crowd is growing outside of Mission Control Hawthorne, as you see there on your screen. It's always awesome to have an astronaut launch, but especially one during the day.
Stage 1 launch load is complete.
With that confirmation, we know that stage 1 is fully loaded. Team is thrilled to hear that news behind me. At liftoff, stage 1 combined between that RP-1.
The terminal count and is on internal power.
There's confirmation that Dragon is on internal power and headed into the final minutes of our countdown. As I was saying earlier, at liftoff, Falcon 9 will be burning nearly 700 gallons of fuel per second. Great views there too of our crew inside Dragon, awaiting liftoff just over 2 minutes from now.
We're now standing by for completion of LOX load on the second stage. Just topping off. And there's that call out. And more cheers from our crowd here at Hawthorne, California.
Dragon is in auto idle.
Confirmation there that Dragon is in auto idle. Wow, great view of 39A on your screen right there as we head toward launch.
Yeah, close up started. Expect loud venting.
Call out to our crew there that loud venting is expected.
Falcon 9 is in startup.
There's that
Dragon is in countdown.
confirmation that Falcon 9 is in startup and Dragon is in countdown, which means that the vehicles are now controlling the final seconds as we lead up to liftoff.
Good, please there. Go for launch.
And there's confirmation from our flight director.
Go for launch.
We are go for launch.
T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 15. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition. Engine full power. And liftoff. No activity.
Further beyond, opening the door for more to follow. Godspeed AX3.
Stage 1 for both. Level.
Of course, if you you are just joining us, this is the launch of the Axiom 3 launch to the International Space Station. Those incredible views on your screen, and there's our first shot of the AX-3 crew inside Dragon on ascent. Now in just a few seconds here, we should hear the call out that Falcon 9...
Power telemetry. Stage 1 throttle.
There's that call out that Falcon 9's engines are throttling
Bak,
down to help
parçaları
us pass through the
bırakacağız
period of maximum dynamic pressure during ascent.
Max Q.
There's that call out for Max Q,
Falcon 9 is supersonic.
and the Falcon 9 is going faster than the speed of sound. Now at this point, we will begin to
Bir
throttle
yapalım,
Falcon
bir
9's
parça daha
engines
bırak.
back up.
Stage 1 throttle up.
There's that call out for mission control as well, as our AX-3 crew continues on their way to space.
Yörüngeden çıktı zaten şu anda.
We're now T plus 1 minute and 32 seconds into flight. The next event we have is MVAC chill, similar to what
Impact chill underway.
there's that call telling us that again
Dünyadan
we're a little
çıktı.
bit of that super chilled liquid oxygen.
Yörüngeden bak.
Copy 1 Bravo.
That call there was one of the abort mode callouts that the crew is calling out as they are making their ascent on Falcon 9. Now we're less than 30 seconds or a few
3800,
seconds away
3900
from
bak 4000
four
kilometre
events that
hızla
will
gidiyor
happen
bak.
in rapid succession. Main engine
Bak
cutoff
bak
or MECO as
4400
it's down at the
kilometre,
bottom of your screen.
4500 bak.
Stage separation, ignition of the first stage engine, and the first
Bak
stage
hızlandı, bir parça daha bıraktı bak. Bak 6000
Stage 1
oluyor.
throttle.
that call telling us that the engines are beginning to throttle down.
Meter.
Aşağı iniyor herhalde.
Stage separation confirmed. SpaceX Dragon 0.
Bak bir parça daha yaptı, görüyor musun?
Loud cheers here as we can see that the
Stage 1 boost back startup.
first and second stages have
5000
separated.
kilometre hızla gidiyor.
A beautiful view there. The brighter light is the second stage
Bak parçaları
under power
bıraktı,
of the
görüyor musun?
MVAC engine. That first stage booster is now heading back toward the Florida coast. One thing I love about daylight launches is we're going to get some amazing views. We should be able to see the Space Coast come back
Uzayda
into
şu anda.
view as the first stage gets closer and closer to landing zone 1. Note that that first stage is actually still coasting to its apogee, so it's about, as you can see there on your screen, 114, 115 kilometers above the Earth's surface, and it's going to keep coasting for a little bit. Beautiful view there on the right-hand side of your screen of that
Stage
MVAC
1
engine.
boost back shut down.
All right, that boost back burn has concluded on the first stage. Everything looks nominal with the second stage trajectory. Everything also looking good.
Dragon SpaceX trajectory nominal.
Now the next two major events we're tracking for the
Şu anda
first
orada
stage, which right now is on the
oturtma
left-hand side of your screen, is going to be the entry burn at about T plus 6.5 minutes, where we'll light 3 of Falcon 9. Followed shortly thereafter by the landing burn at T plus 7 minutes and 30 seconds. This will be a engine burn to bring us back to landing zone 1 at Kennedy Space. And you can, of course, always keep an eye on their telemetry down in the bottom corner of your screen. At this point, we should be just about a minute and a half away from that entry burn start.
SpaceX trajectory nominal.
Good call-outs there that we continue on a nominal trajectory with Dragon,
SpaceX Dragon with up.
and acknowledgement from the crew. These are incredible views on your screen right here. Again, the left-hand side of your screen is stage 1, making its way back to Florida, and stage 2, you see that MVAC engine burning, taking our AX-3 crew to orbit. entry burn we're waiting on here is going to be a relatively quick burn, and what we're doing with our first stage is effectively scrubbing off some of that velocity as we come in for landing.
Dragon, SpaceX, trajectory nominal.
That's a nominal trajectory for Dragon as we continue to orbit. Again, confirmation from the crew. And we are expecting about 2.5 more minutes from that second engine burn.
Stage 1 entry burn startup. Stage 1 entry burn shutdown.
As we heard the call out, that entry burn has concluded. The next burn will be the landing burn. As I mentioned before, we're heading back to landing zone 1. We're going to come through the clouds right now.
Dragon, SpaceX, trajectory nominal.
Everything continues to look nominal for
SpaceX,